Hi everyone, it's Diane. Welcome back to my channel, Scrapbooking Creations. Today we're going to continue on working with the brushed paper line from Close to My Heart. I have another set of pictures from my daughter's Hawaii trip. I don't know why that's so hard to say. I did do a little bit of stamping on the paper ahead of time because I wasn't exactly sure where I was headed with it. So I've pre-stamped with using Glacier ink and Lagoon ink, and these three stamped image, this one, and this one, from the Perfectly Imperfect patterns. So I did that already, just to kind of save time as well as to figure out where I was headed on stuff. So I do think I'm going to order another one of these mats though, so that I have one for supplies, one for paper, the other one for paper. Okay, so let me set these aside over here. And all of this information will, of course, be down below. I did do Aloha, Hawaii. It was a title, I believe I just found it on the Cricut. And then I did cut out some flowers. I will change those though on the Cricut. When I cut them out, they were horrible and beautiful at the same time. So they cut out like this, which we've done flowers like this before, which are beautiful, but each of these pieces cut out instead of like one big piece. And so putting them together was cringeworthy. So I will change this flower to be a little more matchy to these flowers that I decided to just switch back to the stickers. They're just a little easier. So the pictures I have here are Odie and Lizzie on some rocks on some beach, and then they went someplace. Like I said, I don't know where they were at, and she wasn't forthcoming with a lot of information yesterday when we were talking. And so I'm just going to be putting some spaces there so she can journal what she wants to. Okay, so I've got this Lagoon Dark side. This one is 6 by 4 1/4 approximately. It has this bracket cut that is in the cut file below. And this one right here is 5 1/4 by 7, again approximately, because we've got this piece here. Again, cut file below. So then I've got this splat bubble piece, 6 by 6. I cut another one of these right before I went on video, that is 6 by 5. And that I am going to use in an area because I really want this yellow part showing, but you'll see that in a second. I have two pieces of the leaf paper. I think this leaf paper is so cute. And one is 2 by 8 and the other is 2 by 11 1/4. I have two pieces of this floral pattern. One is 5 by 7, the other is 5 by 10. And this is what I did to this white daisy that was 8 1/4 by 11. And you'll understand more why this is such a mess later. And then I've got 11 and a, let's see, 8 1/2 by 11 1/4 Lagoon Dark side. And then the other side, I just did this with those. So you'll understand kind of where this is coming from in a bit. But let's work on this side first since it's the busiest. And I'm just going to put this down on the Lagoon Dark side. Yeah, I was going to stamp on screen and just kind of wing it that way. And then I decided I was just going to make it easier on myself. My daughter had speech, and so I wanted to get her ready and, you know, life, just life stuff. And I didn't want to be stressing on doing a layout. I wanted to have fun with it. So I stamped everywhere that isn't covered by this paper. That's why that is just right there blank. I really like how this looks. Kind of reminds me of a wall I did a long time ago. But I wanted it just to kind of be not perfect. And I know that these stamps are in a way not perfect. Let me actually grab a piece of paper and I will show you kind of what I'm talking about. So here is this one. Let me grab the Glacier and I'll just use the smallest of the two. And if I stamp it on the mat, it does kind of that, and there's white spaces. If I take the sponge or I turn over, I'm calling this a sponge bubble paper, or I flip over my mat, I get more of a complete, it feels like more of a complete stamp. Although these are looking pretty similar, there's just a little bit of white area. I wanted more of the white area when I was doing this, so that's why I did not use anything except for the mat, because I wanted it to have those splotches in the center and not be perfect. But that was my choice. Okay. Okay, and so on this side, we have this piece. I also might have to get some more of this paper because I really like it. Okay, I'm going to put it this way, and I'm overlapping that completely through the through to the bottom on the Lagoon paper and going all the way up. Hey, pretty good for just slapping that sucker down. Okay, this one I will use the ruler on though. I want that about that much in. Okay. And it is rolling a little bit. My mat is very fresh. Not as fresh as like brand new, but there's only been a few cuts on it, maybe about 10. So I know, a few. Okay, maybe a little over further. Let's try that. Okay. How does that look? It looks uneven completely and utterly. Let's see here. Let's put this up a smidge. I guess we're going to do some fixing after all, maybe. Well, it's not too bad. Okay, we're just going to go with it. Okay, so this is the base kind of I started with. And over on this one, I wanted to put these two pictures, but I didn't like how open this was. So then I decided at the last minute I was going to add this piece right here. And I really wanted more of the yellow to show. And I didn't even put adhesive on. That's how new this cut is. It's not even on the cut file, but I will add it to it so that it's there. The nice part is on the cut file, you don't have to cut everything with the cut file, but it gives you the sizes. Of course, sometimes like on these pieces, what does it say here? The exact size says 6.968 by 5.222. Crazy, right? When I asked for it to be 7 by 5 1/4. It just kind of does its own thing. Okay, center that on there. And then I'm going to play with these pictures. And this is an area where I'm probably going to leave more space on this part right over here for that journaling I was talking about. So I think that can go clear up. I really wish it was all that yellow, but at the same time, let's see here. I think I went over it. I know when I'm playing with stuff versus actually adhering it down, it's the implementation is a little different. But it did still give me this yellow over here that I liked. It's got a little bit of the pink. It's not as noticeable. This is a little crooked. Let me fix that so that at least the pink is even down the side. And then I was kind of thinking, I hadn't officially decided yet, but I was thinking that these would be kind of cute, but I don't feel that's going to match too well. Maybe this? No. I am going to do strips, and I think I'm going to take the strips and kind of go this way instead of this way once I get that journaling from Liz. And we can put the date here. I don't even have the date. I have the year, but I don't even remember what that is because I don't have that picture file up. I had to reboot my computer yesterday. I was having some sound issues. Surprise, surprise, there was an issue. No, the microphone wasn't working at all, and rebooting the computer worked. Okay, so then I wanted to put a flower up here, but now that I've got that space, maybe I should put it over here and then worry about maybe putting the journaling down here or up here. I don't know. I'm going to just kind of leave that there because I can play with that. Although I do like that yellow background for that, is that color would be considered canary. Okay, let's grab that other piece and assemble that real quick. And then you'll understand why I went in kind of a square circle for that one. I think that this bracket piece, I'm pretty sure is off of Artbooking. So you would need to either buy that file or have Artbooking to just be able to download it. Artbooking is one that I use quite a bit. I really like it. It's got a lot of different shapes. So when I want some, it's just that different, like a scallop or a bracket like this one or a zigzag or something. It's got those pieces that I can kind of grab and just use. And sometimes I have to, of course, go down to contour and take off the holes. That's the biggest one. I'm going to just kind of set that down there. I think I might want that actually over this way a little more. Let me see here. Actually, just to be safe. Now I've got two things with adhesive off of them, the adhesive backing. Okay. Okay, so if I go in, that is not even. Let's line that up. Yeah, that's a little better. So I want a hint of that showing, but not so much. Okay, and then on this one, I want it to go in. Let's line that up with that half. There we go. Okay, and then we're going to put this little guy down. And this is just layering papers like you can see I'm doing and using the paper's best side to showcase how fun they are. Okay, on this one, I'm thinking at about the 1. Yeah. Yeah, it shows ample. And then just kind of center it. I'm just eyeballing it. I know, it's like 4 layers of paper right there, all in the center. What was I thinking? Now, I think it looks really cool. That was what I was thinking. It's just, I think it looks really cool. Okay, and so then on this one, this is where I'm a little less sure of where I want it because I want that down there about even. I think that looks pretty good. Okay, so that's about as even as all that's going to get, and I think this one's pretty even. This one's probably not so even, but that's okay. It's just paper. Okay, and then I just want to center that. Maybe I'll center it up more at the top. And when I sliced this, this side over here would have been rounded. It also had little holes, but I didn't want to shrink it because then it messed with this. So it's easier just to slice. If you don't like that there's too rounded here and there's not rounded on these edges, just take your corner rounder. A smaller one would probably be better than a larger one, and if that makes sense to you. There is a couple different sized corner rounders, and sometimes from the same company they'll have 3 different sizes. And so I would do the smallest, start with the smallest, and then kind of work your way up. So this is pretty much the same flower. Let's see here. I kind of want another flower in this. Let me grab. I'm gonna see. This is what my paper does. I'm gonna cut this one right here out. I'm gonna cut it horribly so that I can just cut it normally with less paper that's curling up to me. Let's see if this one will work. I also kind of feel like we need to add some gems or something. And we're going to need some more leaves too. So if I use that one and kind of anchor it under those, I'm liking that. And then let's look at the leaves we have over here. So we have this one left over from the other day. Let's kind of trim that and add, I think instead of this one, I think I want to do like that. And then we could add this little one down here at the bottom. But let's trim off, and I'm just going to do it quickly so it's not going to be, it's going to be more abstract, but I feel like these stickers are kind of abstract, so I'm not sweating the small stuff on these because they are a little more, you know, the white space. I wish I could color that way. I've tried. I really have tried just to kind of brush things on and walk away. It's not very easy for me. I'm very envious of the people who can do that because it is a very amazing quality to have. I watch a lot of lawn fawn videos and she does that. And she also shades amazing. I've got to work on that. I keep saying I'm going to work on that, and I'm going to work on my writing so that I can learn how to do more of like a calligraphy writing. I've been watching some videos on those too, and there's just never enough time unless I want to do like a video on it, but there's no way y'all want to see what I'm doing like that because woof, mine is not going to be very good right now. I want that kind of hidden so that it's not necessarily like, oh, there's a leaf here. It's, oh, there's a leaf there. That's so cool. It's all about intent. Okay. And let's see here. Cover that there. Okay. And then let's lift that up a little bit so there's not quite as much leaf showing. Okay. Oh, I like that. That looks so sweet. Okay. Toss that little bit. And then I really do like this on the yellow. My first idea was just to put the writing there, but I think that it's going to look better if we put the flower there and put the journaling someplace else. Okay, so there's the layout. Now let's grab this, and I used that little adhesive remover quite a bit on it already. So let's see if we can get this off. This also curls so much. Okay. And so this is going to say Aloha, Hawaii. And it's like the Slinky yesterday. Okay. Oh, I kind of like that knot even right there. Okay, so let's put that kind of at an angle. Nope, not enough at an angle. Let's lift this puppy up a smidge. And let's kind of make that go up. And then I've got the two little dots right here. I think I'm going to have to grab my little pen for that. Let me grab it. Okay. So there is today's completed layout. That's the title page. And the other nice thing about these is you could always flip them. It doesn't have to be one way or the other. And I almost think I like it that way better. But we'll just see when I put it in the album. But there is plenty of room down here for some journaling up here, maybe even over here. Lizzie can put some dates on here. And that's one nice thing about having my Lizzie is that she can do her own journaling. Yay! Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to come play today. I really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe if you would love to see more of my videos. Leave a comment. I always appreciate those, and I try to get back as soon as possible on those. And have an amazing rest of your day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.